Our fascination with robots is not something new. From literature to cinematic arts, people have written and made movies centered on robots. Hollywood has a long-standing love for this concept, and that's why there are many great films that incorporated the idea of robots. So today we will look at these top 5 robot movies ever made. But before we start, subscribe to the Film Gossips and don't forget to hit the bell icon. And that being said, let's hop into today's video. At number 5, we got Real Steel. Real Steel is a light tone and full of entertainment film. And of course, there are robots too. Released in 2011, this sci-fi sports drama film is directed by Sean Levy, the same director who made Night at the Museum trilogy. It is adapted from a story written by Richard Matheson, and its screenplay was written by Dan Gilroy, starring Hugh Jackman and Dakota Goyo in the lead roles. This film is all about big robots in the ring. It follows a former boxer whose sports are now being played by the robots. So he builds his robot and competes in the tournament. Real Steel has some really cool fight scenes of boxer robots. It was a major success at the box office and earned $300 million against a budget of $110 million. It received mixed reviews from the critics, who praised its VFX and screenplay, but criticized its plot. However, people like this film, and if you haven't watched this film yet, then you are missing a great film.
Our main event tonight features pain!
Times have changed. Fighting has changed.
This is what it's all about! Let's make some money!
At number 4, we got Robocop. Directed by Paul Verhoeven, Robocop is the great film about robots and how they can help us in fighting crimes. It is written by Edward Neumeier, who co-wrote this film along with Michael Mynham. Its story follows a policeman, Alex Murphy, who is almost killed by a gang of criminals. But he is revived and turned into a cyborg with no memory from his past. As the story progresses, it is shown that there are forces who want to destroy Robocop to hide the ongoing corruption in the city. The cast of this film includes Peter Weller as Robocop, along with Nancy Allen, Ronnie Cox, and Kurtwood Smith are cast in supporting roles. Robocop film was a major commercial and critical hit. It grossed over $53.4 million worldwide against a budget of $13.7 million. It gets positive reviews for its VFX, plot, and direction of Paul. Its success launched a film franchise of the same name.
Get your armor and suit up.
Glad to know you, Murphy.
Cops don't like it. He needs a car.
Thank you. Serve the public trust. Protect the innocent. Uphold the law.
He's trying to kill me. He's a cyborg, you idiot! Is it?
At number 3, we got I, Robot. Released in 2004, this sci-fi action film is directed by Alex Proyas. It is based on a short story of the same name by Isaac Asimov. Adapted for this film by Akiva Goldsman, I, Robot is one of those films that possesses a real-life dilemma of this technology. Set in a dystopian future, the film is based on the investigation of a detective Spooner. He is tasked to investigate the murder of his friend who was killed by a police robot. As his investigation goes deeper, the audience finds a dilemma of using robots for public safety. It stars Will Smith as Detective Spooner, and alongside him, Alan Tudyk, James Cromwell, and Shia LaBeouf are cast in the supporting roles. It was met with critical acclaim for its direction, plot, and visual effects. The performance of Will Smith also gained favorable reviews from the public and critics community. Made with the budget of $120 million, it grossed over $354 million during its run in theaters.
Identify. Murder's a new trick for a robot. Respond.
I did not murder him!
My robots don't kill people.
That thing threw somebody out of a window. Is that registering with you?
We look to robots for protection. Imagine the loss of all that we've gained because of an irrational paranoia.
On the inside, help me find out what is wrong with these robots.
Dr. Lanning suggested robots might naturally evolve.
At number 2, we got Terminator II. This film needs no introduction because we all have watched this action film at some point in our childhoods. Written and directed by James Cameron, Terminator 2 is a direct sequel to the 1984 film Terminator. Its premise follows a cyborg assassin sent from the future to protect the future leader of the human resistance against the machines. It features Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, and Paul Winfield in the lead roles. It was the first film in history where first-time motion capture technology was used. Thus, it was the most expensive film ever made at that point. But it all was worth it because against a budget of $102 million, it went on to earn more than $520 million at the box office. It received critical acclaim for its plot, action sequence, and of course, its visual effects. It received many accolades including Oscar awards for Best Editing, Best Visual Effects, and Best Sound Mixing.
These were taken today.
You have to let me see my son. He's in great danger.
Once, he was programmed to destroy the future. Now his mission,
Get down.
his loyalty is to a child,
Who sent you?
You did.
is to protect it.
Come with me if you want to live.
At number 1, we got Blade Runner. Blade Runner is a brilliant film directed by Oscar winner Ridley Scott. Adapted from a short story written by Philip K. Dick, it was released in 1982. At first, it met with negative reviews from the critics community. But now, it is regarded as a masterpiece and a bona fide example of neo-noir cinema. Set in a dystopian future where synthetic humans called replicants are made to work in space colonies. Things get complicated when a group of advanced replicants returned to Earth and rebel against the authorities. To catch them, a detective is assigned. It cast Harrison Ford, Rutger Hauer, and Sean Young as the lead characters. It is considered one of the best sci-fi films ever made. Its direction, visual effects, and production design gained critical acclaim from all over the world. Its dialogues, especially the epilogue, will be lost in time. Like Tears in Rain is regarded as the greatest epilogue ever recorded on the camera. That's why it gets the number 1 position on our list.
He say you Blade Runner.
Tell him I'm eating.
I want to see it work on a person. I want to see a negative before I provide you with a positive.
What's that gonna prove?
If you guys enjoyed this video, then keep visiting our channel The Film Gossips for more amazing content like this.